postpartum, and everyone's doing great. As for me, I feel really good. I think probably after the C-section, it took about 3.5 weeks until I really felt like myself again. Thankfully enough, I'm back to my pre-pregnancy weight and able to fit into my jeans, my favorite jeans again, which is awesome. And yeah, as far as I go, feeling awesome. It was a struggle the first few weeks, not being able to pick up Liam and being able to interact with him as much. But as far as my health and everything goes, I'm expecting my postpartum visit in 2 weeks to go great and feel really healed, feel good, no back pain from the epidural like I had with Liam, and my incision is great. And so Miss Rory is doing wonderfully. I do not know her current weight, but she does have a doctor's appointment coming up, and she's definitely growing. She's still small. She's still in newborn clothes, which is kind of crazy because Liam was out of newborn in like a minute, I swear. She's very long and petite. So she's got these monster feet, but tiny little wrists and tiny little body. So we love her so much. She's definitely a drama queen. She cries for no reason, and she sounds like a baby raptor. We've decided when she cries, it's like, because that's totally what baby raptors sound like, if you didn't know. And she just, this past week, to both Doug and I, she has smiled, and it wasn't the cute little smile in your sleep. It was, we were having eye contact, and I was talking to her, and it was definitely a social smile, which is really, really exciting. So nice when you put in all those late nights, and you get that first smile, and it just makes it all worth it. And it makes you feel like they're happy and feel secure and all of that. So I just love it. I did post a video where she did a tiny smile, but she's done much bigger ones than that. And we just love her so much. She was going through this thing where she would only sleep on my chest, which, as you can imagine, was quite problematic, especially at night. And she hated her swing. She would scream, and it was crazy to me. The swing that we have, you can turn it so it rocks 2 different ways. Well, we tried moving it, and it was like, she loves it now. As long as she's swaddled and in the swing, she loves napping in there. She loves being in there, and so that's great because I have stuff I have to get done, and yeah, we have a baby carrier, but it's still much easier if I can have free use of all my hands. And even in a baby carrier, yes, you have 2 hands, but I still worry about her head and her neck support, and so it's really not as relaxing as you might think, at least not for me. Let's see. Breastfeeding is such a struggle. We are at a month, and I can't really say that it's getting better. For the first 2 weeks, I would say she was great at latching. I had a lot of supply issues, which I'm still dealing with, because once she hit about 2.5, 3 weeks, she stopped latching. And she would get so frustrated, she would scream, and we'd have to be like, breathe honey, breathe, because she would just start turning purple because she was just screaming and crying so hard. And I can't even say it's because she wasn't getting anything. It's because there wasn't anything for her to get. It's because she didn't even want to latch. We had to, for those of you who don't know, we had to supplement her because she lost 14% of her body weight, and the doctors told us 15% they hospitalize babies because that's just too much, even though she was large for her size when she was born. or large for her age, I should say. But so we ended up having to supplement, and it's been a struggle. I'm pumping constantly throughout the day. Basically, our routine with breastfeeding is I offer her to breastfeed, and I do not let her get frustrated for more than, say, 10-15 minutes, because everyone says they can actually develop an aversion to breastfeeding and associate that frustration every time they're brought to the breast, and obviously I don't want that. So we offer her to breastfeed, and sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. If she doesn't, then I make her a bottle, either formula or breast milk if I have some on hand, and after she has a bottle, then I pump. Sometimes I try to pump one side while I'm feeding her a bottle, because even just holding the baby seems to help get more milk, you know. So by the time that whole routine is done, you know, an hour's gone by, and I still have a toddler to take care of, and his needs are just as important, and spending time with him, you know, this is all an adjustment for him too. So I'm trying my best to balance everything, and I don't know, we'll see where it leads us. We're not giving up on the breastfeeding, but I'm also not going to let it get to the point where it's such a stress that I'm crying every day and I'm feeling stressed out, because that's not what it's about. So before I start crying now, let's move on. Liam is doing great. He still ignores his sister, but he's starting to smile at her a little bit, and still tries to take her binky, which I foresee being a problem forever. And he's starting to calm down. At first, when he'd see her having a bottle, he would just freak out, because he doesn't get bottles anymore. He's strictly on sippy cups. But, you know, it would trigger that in his mind, oh, I want that. But you know, if he's going to see her having a bottle, then I make sure there's a sippy cup around. And I don't try to flaunt it in front of him. But, you know, there are times where he's going to see her getting that. So, let's see. I don't know what else to say. Just, you know, everything's good. We're still trying to get into a routine. Doug's great about helping me with a night shift. He usually lets me get to sleep between 11 and midnight, and takes the baby until 2. Sometimes she's sleeping, sometimes she's not, and then he comes to bed about 2, and then whenever she wakes up after that, I take her. And so I'm actually, you know, not completely sleep deprived, which is important, you know, having 2 kids. But our schedule is getting there, and I know this video is getting long, sorry. And I think it'll only get better. Liam did have a really bad ear infection recently, and if anybody has any advice for me, ever since he was sick, this was about 2 weeks ago, because he finished his 10-day antibiotics 2 days ago. So his appetite has been non-existent. He has always been a really good eater. You know, some of the normal go-to foods that he really loved, like mandarin oranges, for instance, he won't touch. And we're struggling to get him to eat. I'm keeping lots of fluids in him, and on days when he's really not eating, then we're giving him Pediasure to supplement that and make sure he's getting the calories and vitamins that he needs. But just wondering if anyone else has experience with this, and you know, what your advice might be. Other than that, we're doing good. Doug is an amazing father and partner to me, and we're just, you know, doing this together. 2 babies under 2 is no joke, serious as a heart attack hard, but we love it. We love both of them, and we feel so incredibly blessed to have them in our lives. So, are you going to say hi, Miss Rory? Do you want to say hi? She's sleeping. Oh, you're stretching. Everyone wants to see you. This is Miss Rory. She's a sleepy baby. We love her very, very much. And she is 1 month old today. So, anyways, that's how we're doing. Any questions, just leave a comment. And just happy to be able to update everybody all around, our family and friends. So, talk to you later. Bye.